I'm Amanda Borges, and this is The Spin. Joining me now are Yahoo Sports senior NFL writers Charles Robinson and Terez Paylor. The Oakland Raiders have fired their general manager, Reggie McKenzie. Charles, what do you make of this move happening so late in the season?
Well, look, this was something that I think was coming for a long time. A lot of people in the league were talking about this really from the point Jon Gruden entered the picture for the Oakland Raiders and was given the massive contract that he was. The signal was, this is the man who's running the entire organization. Yes, we have a general manager here. Yes, they're all talking about working together, but no one had any illusions across the NFL about who was really running the Oakland Raiders organization. It was Jon Gruden. Interestingly, when free agency came and sort of the offseason trade market developed before the draft, what you began to hear with other NFL teams was that Reggie McKenzie really wasn't the point man, or at least if you spoke to Reggie McKenzie, his hands seemed to be tied on a lot of decisions, whether it was signing players, whether it was, trading commodities before the draft. Reggie couldn't just pull a lever and get something done. It had to be run up the flagpole to who? To Jon Gruden. So it became clear at some point these two sides were not going to be able to coexist. Jon was going to run this operation. He was going to look for a general manager who was really his hand-selected general manager. That's where we're going now. That's what will replace Reggie McKenzie, whoever Jon Gruden feels he's most aligned with from a talent standpoint. And in particular, when we saw Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper go out the door amongst other personnel that was gathered up by Reggie McKenzie the last few years, it was clear he was not long for that job. He'll catch on elsewhere. Reggie McKenzie's got a lot of friends in the personnel world, but this was definitely a divorce that was in the works for quite a while.
Terez, McKenzie has been there for 5+ seasons, including a season where they finished 12-4 just 2 years ago. Do you think this move is fair?
Look, the NFL is a production league, okay? Period, point blank, end of story. You're right, they went 12-4 2 years ago, but last season they went 6-10. So the way I see it is, you look at the fact this 2014 NFL draft was very good. Since then the drafts have been spotty. You can certainly make a case that this was necessary and justified. However, I'll also say this. The Raiders had a very talented, or at least a talented young core of blue chip players. Between Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, these were guys that you could win with, guys that you believe that had they stayed in the program, you can build around. The smarter move might have been to hire somebody that could work with McKenzie to keep building this team up, instead of having to do this drastic tear down, which quite frankly was unnecessary in my mind. I think they could have built this team back up without having to take all these steps back. However, look, the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas. I know when Mark Davis hired Jon Gruden, he's a big name. He gives us some star power. At the end of the day, Mark Davis has actually been making moves. This has never necessarily been about winning. This has been about money. Hiring Jon Gruden was about raising this team's profile for when they moved to that giant, beautiful new stadium in Las Vegas. This was a money decision. And as we know, the NFL is a business. So at the end of the day, like Charles said, this was something that a lot of people around the league saw coming. But it was a move made about money, to be honest. When they brought in Jon Gruden, that's what that was about. And this is just the result of it. Reggie McKenzie being let go.
Thanks so much, guys. For more on this and the rest of our Yahoo NFL coverage, keep it tuned right here on The Spin.